I'm Maribel Fonui, and I'm the host of Kid Stars Edutainment, where we inform, educate, and entertain you about talent with talent, any kid with a talent. If you want to be on camera, we're there to put you on camera. So call us and come along on this journey as we introduce you to all types of talent, and hopefully you can learn something from this. Talking to YongFLO, a new, young, and upcoming musician, and we're gonna be talking to him today about him opening for Two-Face and other things. Stay tuned.
Yeah. YongFLO. Gombe, amitolo, gombe, amitolo. Tick, bate, tick, yeah. Tick,
How are you? Thank you for meeting with us today. Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for coming to be on our show. It's amazing. I'm honored when you get super famous, super famous. Remember, I was the first interviewer, so don't forget about us.
Most definitely, can't forget about that.
All right, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure having me.
Okay, so we're just gonna talk to you and ask you some questions, and yeah, just to let our viewers know a little more about you, about your opening with Two-Face, about that you guys have to go check that out too. Okay, so my first question is, how did you get into the music business? How did you start?
It's a long story, actually. I started in what we call secondary school back home. I would sit with friends in class and we would sing Backstreet Boys, Boys to Men, NSYNC, and more to that like. And all of a sudden I heard Jay-Z's Blueprint album, the first one, and I was very interested in rapping, so I started rapping. That's how I started, about the age of 12.
So for your genre, is rap, or do you do a little of everything?
I do a little of everything. I was really into rapping before, and then when the Afro hip-hop took flight, I kind of now switched to my cultures because I felt more in tune into my roots.
Okay. You talked about your inspirations being Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. For me, that sounds like old school music. So
I mean, it is at the time. That's what we listened to.
Oh, okay.
You know, and also Michael Jackson actually played a great role. And it's old school when you think about how far back it was. But, that's what inspired me.
Okay, so what would be your favorite artist?
Right now, when it comes to the hip hop, Jay-Z.
Any genre.
Jay-Z will always be my number one.
Yes, he is.
And because he's a genius.
He is.
And I love him. So.
He's good at what he does. He's a genius at that. That is true. Okay, so what would you advise for somebody that wants to start into something like this? What will be your advice for them?
Well, my advice would be, if you feel like music is something you want to do, if you're good at it, go for it.
So you have to have a passion for it.
You have to have a passion for it. If you
like what you do.
Because you have to have self-drive. If you don't have self-drive, it's not really going to work. You need this personal drive to push you ahead. Because people, most of the time, expect from other people to push them. Meanwhile, you have to hustle before somebody spots you and says, okay, that's somebody who's hardworking.
What? Let me see. If I'm performing, I would say nervousness, stage fright. Do you ever get jitters, or before you get on stage, any nervousness?
I get super excited.
Really?
Getting on stage to me is like, how can I put it? I don't want to use bad words, but
kids show here.
It gives me a high. That's my high. So I love it.
That's amazing.
It's quite a few times I've been nervous. Like when I did a show back home for the University Games in the University of Boya. MTN had a stand and they were having local artists get on stage. And that time I got nervous because it was really a big crowd.
Okay.
It was a crowd of over 2,000 people. You got people from Douala, Young Day, and all that all got in one place. I got nervous a little bit, but when I got on stage, the nervousness went away. Ever since then, I get a high from actually performing.
Okay. So let's, because I actually watched you perform at the picnic at the 4th of July picnic, and it was amazing. And the crowd was they just reacted so well to you. Have you ever had a moment where the crowd was like, ugh?
Actually, there might not be but with the African crowd, it's hard to please.
Oh, that is true.
Unless you were super famous, then they can sing along, they get into it. But if you a new artist and you're trying to perform and it's the first time they've seen you, it's hard for them to actually dance along or sing along. But I think that was pretty cool. I've learned how not to worry about it and just get on with the performance.
Okay. So, like as an artist, there is a lot of hate. How do you deal with that? Like people just bad energy, negative energy coming in. People saying you can't do it. I know if you started, people are like, no, that's not for you. How did you deal with that? How did you overcome that?
Actually, I love to know who's hating and who's not. Because when I know who's hating, I try to do it more so I can disprove them. Maybe I can turn them into the more towards the fan side, you know?
Yeah.
And the more you hate, the more I try to prove you. I do it for myself first. But then when I get somebody hating, it drives me harder to work harder so I can, prove them wrong.
Okay, so your haters are your motivation.
Yeah, my motivation.
I like that.
I might just use that for a new song, yeah.
Hater motivation.
I'm
Look at this brainstorming. I might be like a co-writer for a song here, guys.
You'll get credit for it.
Thank you so much for that.
No problem.
Another question. Oh my goodness, I had a question that I wanted to ask you. Oh, opening for Two-Face. How did you get about with that deal? Because I know if you're an artist and you're just starting out, that's like a huge step. That's a leap. How did you get that deal?
Actually, I went to Africa, and when I came back from Africa, that was the talk of the town, that Two-Face is coming to town. So I did not know where to start, because who do you go asking questions about the show and all that? So I have a friend, AP Fat, he's an artist too here in Detroit, and we met up. He told me Club National was organizing the show, so evidently I know the members of Club National. Okay. So I went up to them and we had a sit-down talk, and then it went pretty well, and we talked about it, and they were pretty excited too. So to have me work with them. So, and shout out to PJ. He was really supportive of me opening up for Two-Face. Okay,
so you talk about performing in Africa and then you perform in America. So you have like 2 continents at your disposal. Definitely. So how does that feel? Because most artists, like, they just have one probably a state to work with, but you have 2 continents.
Well, we have to understand that I started music back in Africa.
Oh, okay.
And when I came to America, I actually had to take a break from music because family depended more on me. So I had to go to school and slow down on music. But at the same time, all of my fans back home, mostly friends, kept asking me, Facebook, with social media is a good link. Hey, when is the album dropping and all that? And I felt like I'm letting them down. Not only that, I decided to keep on with it. And around town, they would have little parties, and I would just go in, and the DJs would know me and give me the mic and have me just do something. And I'll freestyle, and the crowd would love it. And people around here started asking me too, like, when's an album coming out? So I said, you know what? Let me actually do this because people love it.
Okay. So you had a lot of positive energy pushing you to do it.
Plus the haters.
And the haters. You can't forget about the haters.
Need a motivation.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay, so who would be like the artist that you really want to do like a collab? What is it called? Like just work with on your album?
I have an answer for that already.
You do? You do? Who is it? Who is it?
None out of the Wizkid.
Wizkid. Oh,
He's a genius.
Goodness. My sister is a diehard fan. I am too, but my sister has the trophy for that. She is in love.
Wizkid is a genius, and It's a lot of them. We have Davido, and not to forget, there's a lot of up and coming artists back in Cameroon too. I would love to collab with, because it's not a lot of collaborations coming out of Cameroon and from Cameroon artists. I have Gasha. I have somebody I consider like a little sister of mine. She just came out, Jennifer. Her artist name is Wube, and you can check her out on SoundCloud. Party All Night. She's pretty good. That's Cameroon's Rihanna. I'm the first to label out that.
You guys heard that, so check her out.
Rihanna.
Okay, so you were leaning more towards African musicians, working with them before years and
Well, as far as American artists, we have with the genre I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'd rather want to collab with my people first.
Okay.
But then,
Start at home.
when you start, home is where charity begins at home.
That's true.
Best way to put it. But then I still have artists like Jay-Z I would like to collab with. But that's far-fetched for now.
Okay.
But that's not saying it's not gonna happen.
Never say never. Never say never.
I'm looking
Justin Bieber reference right there. So, in case you don't know. Okay. Well, it was really nice talking to you. Thank you so much for meeting with us and taking this time to come talk with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Make sure you check him. He's opening for Two-Face August 1st. So, guys, if you want tickets, we're just gonna have information on that down on the video, maybe in the description box. Okay.
You can contact me.
Or contact him. And his number.
248-238-9441. Or you can go in on Facebook and type Club National. National with an E at the end. Nationale.
All right. Thank you again for coming. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
YongFLO.
Sitting on the low, them boys, them sitting on the low, more money, yet no problems. 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 Show up, your show stops. Close cutters, get paid and get laid like it's a token. Pockets buffed up like Hulk Hogan's chest. They say I'm on fire, but I ain't smoked yet. You're looking at a king, yo. Hating folks, that's a sign.